the Charleston County School District's decision to hire Anita Huggins as superintendent. Some questions are surrounding potential legal violations that came from the way that she was hired.
Well, you may recall Huggins signed her contract last Thursday after the district's Board of Trustees Chair Keith Grybowski signed off on it.
Well, other board members, including Dr. Carol Temple, said they were not notified Grybowski had actually done that.
Our Emily Johnson spoke to lawyers with different perspectives this afternoon and breaks down the concerns that were raised.
What some board members say left them in the dark.
The agenda for the February 5th special called meeting did not state that there would be a conversation of any contractual matter, just changes to the superintendent's power over the district's organizational chart. Attorney William Hamilton says the way Huggins' contract was approved is the third violation of the state's Freedom of Information Act by the board at the same meeting. The other two he's referring to include the agenda item not being up to date and changing the agenda while in executive session.
But the law has been violated here. Public has not been heard from. They've been deprived of the opportunity to look at the documents that are involved.
SC Code of Laws Section 59/1980 addresses requirements for teacher and other employees' employment. Temple says the signing of the contract by Grybowski broke state law because it was not approved by the entire board.
There's no language, no verbiage in that statute that specifically speaks to the superintendent or a superintendent contract.
As for the chairman's role specifically, the district's policy BD says in parts that the chairman shall call all special meetings of the board and when required, sign all legal documents on behalf of the board, but has to keep all members informed.
The superintendent does not have a valid contract under SC law right now. This contract is null and void because it has not been approved by the school board in a vote at a meeting.
Johnson attributed the original motion made by the board in January that approved district council to negotiate a 3-year employment contract with Huggins. The motion did not say the contract had to be shown to the board once created.
Clearly, there could have been a motion that was more explicit in how it should have been handled, but based upon the motion that was made, I conclude that there was no violation of law.
Hamilton is asking the Attorney General's office to become involved and hold the board accountable for the violations. Reporting in Charleston, Emily Johnson, Live 5 News.